Okay, so Gamescom 2021 is just around the corner on this Tuesday, the 24th of August at 6 PM BST and 10 AM PT. You can convert that with time generators and stuff. And hopefully, well, it's looking like, in fact, not hopefully, we will be getting big announcements from Rare no matter what. So in this video, I'm going to be delving into what we've had in the past from Gamescom, what we can expect, and some other bits and pieces. So let's just get straight into it. So, Gamescom, as said, is happening this Tuesday, the 24th of August, and Microsoft have confirmed they'll be there, and Sea of Thieves have been there every single year. So we will definitely see them here. It's one of the three main events that we get each year. We get E3, Gamescom, and XO 19 or 20, whatever the year is. So, what have Sea of Thieves done in the past? So let's just look through essentially what they've done each year. Okay, so in 2015, yes, that far back, we got our first ever look at the game. The graphics, some of them, and the art style, I do prefer, actually, for this. But we got our first look at the game. It was announced at Gamescom 2015. It was quite a big announcement. A lot of things were different, as you can imagine. It was just very early preview. But the hype started to be built up around the game. Then at Gamescom 2016, people could get their hands on some gameplay of Sea of Thieves, because obviously it was held in person because we didn't have the COVID-19 pandemic back then, so people were getting their hands on the game for the first time, and you could see the graphics and the game just starting to take shape. We didn't get really many announcements from the developers, but that's understandable, seeing as well it was in very, very early preview state. So E3 2017 rolls along, and once again you can check it out on the show floor. We get some more gameplay footage of some more features they've developed, and we get a live panel from the developers. It's important to note here that they announced that they're planning to open up the Insider program for their early alpha technical, and then we got an idea of the release date, which would be happening mid to early 2018. So 2018 rolls around, we've had Cursed Sails, or we're in it at least, and we've had The Hungering Deep, and so their primary focus for 2018 was showing off Forsaken Shores. Gamescom was the first time we actually got a look at proper footage of Forsaken Shores, so it was a really big event for the game. Seeing as at E3 we got the Cursed Sails and Forsaken Shores announcement, then we got Cursed Sails update, but then at Gamescom we get a look at volcanoes, the Devil's Roar, and everything to do with that region for the first time, which includes cargo runs, rowboats, and so many other commendations and features they developed. Okay, so Gamescom 2019 rolls around and you get to play the arena sloop version in the show house, and we also get a live panel from the developers. Not too much here, but it was still enough to make it a good Gamescom. So then Gamescom 2020 rolls around. This was last year's Gamescom, and it was virtual. Now the thing you've got to remember is that they were developing Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life and were probably heavy underway maintaining it, so they didn't have a huge amount to show off. But still, they managed to announce dogs in the Pirate Emporium, a new furry friend that would join you, and gold hoarder vaults. So what can we expect from Gamescom 2021? Well, obviously we don't know, but we do know that year 4 of Sea of Thieves will be the biggest year yet, kicking it off with A Pirate's Life. Now for me personally, year 4, I mean they said Sea of Thieves 2021 will be the biggest year yet, or next year will be. Whether they were talking about year 4 or 2021, we don't know. But if they are talking about 2021, then A Pirate's Life is not enough to justify the lackluster seasons before. While 5 Tall Tales were amazing personally, and I think a lot of people got through them relatively quickly, which is fine, they're brilliant, but now I feel we need more repeatable content. So I get a feeling we'll get something like that. Now as well, the thing you've got to remember with Gamescom is that every time they've been in not an amazing position, the only good position they've been in to announce stuff while the game's been released is 2018, because they hadn't really announced anything prior to that big. 2019, they were well underway just after the anniversary update, so of course they didn't have much to comment on then, and 2020, they were developing A Pirate's Life. The thing you've also got to remember is E3 2019 and 2020 were quite lackluster, and E3 2018 was not lackluster at all. So hopefully we'll get something not as big as E3, but something similar, because obviously we're not going to get another one of this.
Captain Jack Sparrow. But I suspect you already knew that.
However, I do think we'll get something relatively big. And no, I will be making videos on it as soon as anything is announced. I'm going to be watching Gamescom, of course, because it's very good for my channel. But with the recent leaks as well, and the recent changes in game, I think it's safe to say that we will be getting something relatively big, as I have my suspicions, because as I say, there have been a couple things in game that have changed. So anyway, as noted, I will be posting videos as and when we know any news about Sea of Thieves whatsoever. So as long as you're subscribed, you'll be up to date with the latest news for Gamescom on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, because it is taking place over a couple of days, so the main show is only on Tuesday. So thank you guys so much for this video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like, and if you're in here, why not consider subscribing? I do all sorts of Sea of Thieves stuff, gameplay, soundtracks and all that good stuff, but apart from that, thanks for watching and I'll see you later.